Welcome to the EC-CAD training for piping. This is exercise 11, creating routing preferences. To create a routing preference, you're going to want to make sure that you load the catalog, which was covered in last session. So to load the catalog, you simply go to the Load Catalog pull down, select Load Catalog, and pick the catalog you choose to load. If you want to set up a routing preference, you're going to go to the Manage ribbon and go to your Style Manager pull down and select Pipe Routing Preference. This will take you to the pipe routing preferences, and the ones that you see that have the EC in front of them are provided based on loading our catalog for pipe or combination catalog. To create a new routing preference, simply right-click on this and select New. Now you've got a new style, and we can go ahead and give this a name, and I'm going to call this TV for training video, and we're going to call this to be a thread by weld routing preference. So it's going to have two different types of parts set up in it. When I'm highlighted on that routing preference, I'm going to come over to my description over here, and I'm going to say this is going to be anvil thread. So I'm just going to go ahead and type in the heading for this one, and I want this to only go up to 2 inches. So I'm going to put a size limit of 2 inches on this one. Now we'll go select what we want. So if I go to my joints right here, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go find the coupling that I want, made by Anvil. We'll go ahead and select that, and that set my size limitation from 1/2 inch to 3, which I've got it cut off at 2 inch right here. Now I'm going to go select my elbow that I want to use. Again, that's going to be my Anvil elbow. The pipe I want to use is going to be my threaded pipe. So as I go to my different pipe, I want to be sure I pick thread M by thread M. And now I'm going to go ahead and pick the T that I want to use for this as well. It's going to be an anvil T, thread by thread. And then we want to get our reducer. So I want to go over here and get my anvil concentric reducer, female thread by female thread. Now if I want to come in here and set up another size range, I'm just simply going to click Add Size Range. And now I'll give it a script description that this is going to be my weld bend fittings. So I'm going to say weld bend here, and I'm going to set my upper limit to 24 inch. So now I'm going to go ahead and select these items that I need. So if I need the joints, I want to say I want to come down here and I want to get my coupling, which is a weld bend, and that's my butt weld gap, what that is. And you can set that gap's thickness in Part Manager. I'm going to come over here and tell it that I want to select the pipe that I want to, the elbow that I want to use, and I want to use the weld bend elbow, butt weld by butt weld. We're going to go ahead now and select the pipe we want to use. So we'll go ahead and say we want to use the butt weld by butt weld pipe. Yes, we'll go ahead and answer yes to that. Now if I go over here, if I want to do a takeoff, which can be a thread-alette, weld-alette, a shaped nipple, I'm going to go ahead and select my weld-alette for my takeoff here. Now I'm going to go select the T that I want to use. If I need to use a T, let's go ahead and select our weld bend T. And we're going to go ahead and select our weld bend concentric reducer. So by going right back up here, we'll select that, and we've got that now set up. So by simply hitting apply and OK, now I've saved this routing preference and I'm ready to use this. This routing preference saves with your blank template, as was mentioned in an earlier video. But now when we want to draw, we simply go up here, select our pipe. And from the Properties palette, we're going to come down here and we're going to select the routing preference. And there's my training video, thread by weld. If I want that to be a 4-inch piece of pipe, by just simply selecting down, moving the cursor where I want to go, I'm now drawing in my weld bend pipe based on the routing preference that was just set up. And you can see here, if I come in here and hover over the fitting, that there's my weld bend elbow.
We hope you enjoyed this video. See what's next in our product tips playlist, or visit mep.trimble.com for even more product resources.